Hi guys, my name is Emily.
Hi guys. Whoops, sorry.
Okay. Yep.
My name's Gabriel. I'm from Birmingham, also in the UK, and we're at the Ponte Lungo School in Rome. If there's anyone there, please please tell us your name and where you're from. We'd like to know.
Yeah. How do you pronounce your city again, Gabe?
Birmingham.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Birmingham. Yeah.
You said Birmingham.
Sometimes sometimes I slow it down for so the kind of spelling in the head is a bit more clear, because otherwise I could tend to rush it and say Birmingham. Which is how we say Birmingham in Birmingham.
I would say Birmingham. Yeah, too.
Birmingham, yeah. I hear Birmingham.
Okay. So we're going to talk about music festivals. Guys, please give us a quick introduction to yourself. If you have a YouTube account and you can write to us. We are going to discuss music festivals and use modals and semi-modals to give advice and suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
And we have some questions to start with.
So, music festivals. Do you enjoy attending concerts or music festivals, Emily?
I love attending concerts and music festivals. I haven't been to many festivals. I've only been to one, and I've been there twice, which was Latitude Festival in the UK. But I've been to lots of concerts or gigs.
Which one? Gigs, yeah. The cool phrase for it, isn't it? Which one? Where is Latitude?
It's in East Anglia. It's in Suffolk.
I recognise the name, but I'm
pretty big. I mean, they get a good 50,000 people. It's one of the bigger ones, but it's not on the same scale as Glastonbury, or like the biggest one, which are absurdly huge.
Glastonbury is the equivalent of, I think, Woodstock in the UK, isn't it? It's the big one, isn't it? It's the
but I don't think Woodstock is the biggest in the US. I think what's that pop one?
No. Woodstock. I think Woodstock '69 was insanely large.
Yeah.
Hi, we've got Margot from Milan and Dalma from Trieste. Hi, Margot and Dalma.
I'm not sure we've had a student from Trieste yet on our webinars. That's nice.
No, not to my memory, no. Do you guys enjoy attending concerts and music festivals?
Yeah, we want to hear from the students.
Yeah. If so, which ones?
Yeah.
I'm not too knowledgeable about the festival scene in Italy.
I think San Remo is the biggest one, but it's also a competition, so I'm not sure how it works.
Yeah.
I don't think there's there's not really a culture of music festivals in Italy comparable to the UK. Not quite like the UK. I know that they exist in Italy, but not on the same scale.
Yeah. It's kind of a thing to do in the summer in the UK, isn't it? Yeah.
How often in London, Gabe? How often did you used to attend concerts?
Concerts quite often. I would say concerts I would say at least once a month, maybe less. It depends the time of year, but maybe I would say a month. Every month I would go to a concert probably. Dharma, you love music and concerts, yeah.
What type of concerts do you love, Dharma? What type of music, I mean? Because classical concerts that still count.
Yeah.
They're still
Yeah.
count.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten back to dance, Gabe?
Not festivals that often. As a student, I went to one every other summer. So I think I went to 3 over the course of being 5 years a student.
Yeah, they're quite expensive.
In the summer again. They're very expensive, yeah. I've only ever been to one like over the night, I think once, because they are just too expensive.
Yeah. Which one did you go to?
I went to Bloodstock, which is a metal festival in the UK. But the other ones, the other 2, I went to Field Day and I went to All Points East, which are electronic festivals in London for a day. Really, you go for a day, and that's enough, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I guess technically I've been to Latitude 3 times, because once I only went for a day, which I forgot that I did that. Yeah. But the other times I went for the weekend, but only when I was young enough that my parents would go as well and would pay for my ticket. So metal, rock concerts, also pop.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice to have a metal listener online. I'm a big fan.
And Margot.
From 18 concerts. Few concerts.
Well, it's a good quantifier. Few.
Yeah. I think in general, which do you prefer, guys? Do you prefer concerts or gigs, as we used earlier, or do you prefer festivals? What do you prefer?
Festival.
Yeah. What do you prefer, Emily?
I mean, I don't know if I have a preference. I guess if I had to, I guess concerts. I guess I prefer concerts because they happen all the time, and I would, yes. That was a very coherent answer. Yeah, I guess I prefer concerts. And Vanessa, concerts? Yeah, good. All right.
Margot likes listening to pop and dance music. Yeah. Concerts. Yeah, I tend to agree. I think just the practicality of festivals are so.
Yeah, but they're so much fun. So the best one was when I was 18 and I was with some friends, and it was really great fun. I mean, it was a crazy weekend of drinking and dancing and running around. So to Gabe and to all the students, what was your favorite event? Hi, Valeria. What was the best concert that you've ever? Hi,
Valeria.
And to you, Gabe.
I think that's potentially the thing. I think I prefer concerts, but I think a festival potentially has the capacity to be more memorable. And I think when you ask me that question, I think festival jumps to my mind. I saw Aphex Twin, who is quite a key electronic artist, play next to Björk. And it was the most amazing 3 hours. just in terms of the twin of those two.
They were together.
Electronic is not my. No, there was one after the other, but I'm not. Electronic isn't my top genre, but utterly insane.
Dharma says a Slipknot gig. Is that one of your
people die at those concerts? I think. Is that my what? One of my what?
Sorry? Oh, is that one of your bands that you like? Because I don't know metal at all. Although I have heard of Slipknot. Oh, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I in a way respect Slipknot because I think they do cool things. I don't really like new metal too much. It's not my favorite genre, but I've heard theirs are amazing. Yeah.
Okie doke. Let's go on. Questions using modals, guys. So for this activity, before we start thinking about the questions, we would just like you to tell us lots of modal verbs. So we'll start with modals of obligation. What modal verbs can we use to express obligation? You can just put the verbs in a list in the chat. Modals of obligation. I think, Gabe, maybe the delay between us is even bigger than usual at the moment.
Between us?
Yeah. So, like, you see what I say a little bit slowly, and vice versa, I guess.
Yeah.
Can you hear me tapping?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Okay, good.
Obligation, yes. Vanessa, perfect. Yeah, must.
You there? You going?
Yeah. Should.
I think should express the level
could be obligation. I think I agree. It's weaker than must, most definitely. But I think should could be used for obligation. What else should be used for? So we've got obligation. What else?
We're missing a modal of obligation. What's a synonym of must, guys? In the affirmative, it's a synonym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's have to. Dharma, nice.
Have to, yeah, good.
Exactly. I must do this. I have to do this. It's the same. Perfect.
Have to,
yeah. All right. Modals of advice. Then, do you think that's a good distinction?
I think so. Yeah, that's where I would place. Should potentially more within, but these are there is an element of flexibility to these as well.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of flexibility with these categories, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So other phrases to give advice similar to should. What are some other semi-modals which are similar to the verb should? So Vanessa, should is for advice. Yeah.
I can't stop touching my face.
You're at home, it's okay.
I know.
I touch my face all the time at home. So could and should are similar. Should is definitely stronger. Could is like a suggestion. Not necessarily advice, but just an idea, a suggestion. And Margot's got one of the ones that I wanted, had better. You should do this. You had better do this. It's a little stronger than could, both of these. Yeah, semi-modal, exactly.
Semi-modal, exactly, yeah. Potentially, are you after another one, Emily?
I was after another one. I wondered if you wanted to take wood.
Okay. No, I was on the other. I'm thinking about the other one. I think I'm thinking of the same one.
Yeah. So Dalma, would is not for advice. It is a modal verb, but it's a modal verb for a different context. Can anyone think of another semi-modal which is like should and had better?
Not as common. I wouldn't.
Not as common, no.
I wouldn't say.
Yeah. And I usually tell students that you should and you'd, yeah, good.
Yeah, Margot, yeah.
Yeah.
Ought to.
You'd better, you ought to. I think these are the same. One is not stronger than the other. I think it just depends on your tone of voice, really. You can convey a lot. They're more or less synonyms.
But as we said, with these, there is a lot of flexibility again, depending on. I really do think perhaps. Yeah, as you were saying with tone of voice, you could really use some of those to mean obligation to, or you could mean some obligatory ones as advice as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the last category of modals, possibility. Modals of possibility.
Yeah. So would is kind of in a category on its own, isn't it? It's like a modal of, for conditionals.
It's a conditional, yeah, we use would for conditional.
It's kind of got its own little category. Can you hear my computer buzzing, Gabe? Because the fan's going quite.
No, not at all. Here we go. Dalma and Margot could. Yes, perfect. And right. Vanessa, we've got can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
Any other possibility to say that maybe this thing will happen? We could say, I think it. Yeah, good, Dalma. Yeah, may. And what's the synonym of may, guys? May and... I don't like the pauses. So tense. Might. Yeah. Good job, Margot.
Good. Well done. Okay, so I think that's all that I can think of for the moment. Anyway, there may be others, but I think those four main
Fairly
modals of. Well done, Vanessa and Margot. Yeah, good. Okay, so for this next exercise, looking at questions that can be formed using modals, we want to change the topic into a question about music festivals. So, for example, number one, I might use cost of tickets to form the question, what should the cost of tickets be, for example?
Or how much?
Yes, that's probably a better way. How much should the tickets cost?
Yeah, so we've used a modal verb to create a question.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at your thing there.
Yeah. So number two, this is slightly different. We've got this if in the middle. So what type of sentence, what type of question do we want if we've got an if? Go to more tickets if tickets cost less. So it's one of the modal verbs that we've said today. One of the modal verbs in the list. Can somebody write for us a complete sentence for number two, a question, using a modal verb?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try changing maybe if I do this, it's going to... Does that change the...
That makes it bigger. Yeah.
Is that better? Should I do it a bit more?
Do it a little bit more, yeah. Yeah, that's better.
There?
Yeah, that's good.
So Delma, that's the modal verb that you want. Can you write the complete question? So you're right that we need would because it's a type of conditional sentence. We're imagining if tickets cost less. Hypothetically, if tickets cost less.
Which is where, yeah, this modal that you raised earlier comes into use.
Yeah. I just put up a fragment of the question. I hope someone's writing us an answer or we'll just sit here forever. Yeah. So for Dalma's question, Dalma's is perfect. Yeah. So okay, so Margot, it's a nice try. What we want here is a second conditional, which maybe you haven't studied yet. So in that case, it's absolutely fine. If tickets cost less, would you go to more concerts? Okay.
I think can be. So you've reformed that sentence in a completely comprehensible way. I think if you were to put it into a question form, if tickets cost less, could you go to more concerts? That's fine. That's fine. That's asking about the possibility of if you can attend more concerts. So the second example that you put, Margot, as if tickets cost less, you could go to more concerts. Great. If you just want to flip to a question, just swap round could and you there, and that's grand.
Yeah, that's very nice. Your sentence there is in the affirmative, but it's a great sentence.
Yeah.
So Vanessa, not can you go, because it needs to be something conditional.
Mm.
Could
so
you
the coulds
go
and the woulds. Yeah.
Let me get it up on the screen. So just like Dalma's sentence, perfect. Oh, now I can't see the comments with it, this shape. All right, that's fine. Okay, number 3. How far to go to a concert or music festival? So again, this is a hypothetical situation. There's no if, but we're going to want to use, I think, the same modal as before. And
I think there's a bit of flexibility with this, actually.
Yeah.
I think a couple of answers you could put, Again, if you're asking really about possibility too.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah. That I hadn't thought of that. Dalma's is great.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
How far would you go for a concert or music festival? Super.
Yeah. But like Gabe was saying before, there are some other possibilities, which I didn't think. I think so. So if we think of,
I think the example is going to, sorry, go on. Masters of talking at the same time. Yes, as we've got the example here is the one that you've given us perfectly there, Dalma. But I think if we're looking at absolute possibility, I don't know if somebody is writing this as well, so I'm sorry if you are, but you could have something like how far you travel to see music festivals or music concerts. You know, how able are you, what distance are you able to travel in order to see a music concert?
Yeah, I didn't actually, that was another one that I didn't think of. I was thinking of also we could use might. How far might you travel?
Yeah.
Like I might travel, if it was a really good band, I might travel to another country if that was the only opportunity.
I think might, would, could, can.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of these.
So number 4, where to stand. This is a little more difficult to use with the modal verb, I think. Where to stand. Where would you Okay, that's really nice, Margot. Careful, because would is a modal verb. It's a good modal verb to use, but we need a bare infinitive, not a normal infinitive. So not where would you to stand, but where would you stand? But great. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Without to. Great. Yeah. Yeah.
Move to number 5. Yep. Recommend a summer festival.
So number 5. So Monica's given us a piece of advice. You should go to a summer festival. That's very nice. Really, Monica, we wanted a question, just like Dalma's done. Really great. But Monica, your sentence is perfect. It's just that it's affirmative instead of interrogative, but it's still good. Should you go to a summer festival?
Should you go to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Margot's is fantastic.
Excellent. Yeah. What type of summer festival would you recommend?
And Monica's next sentence is great. Yeah. Shall we go to a summer festival? It's like a suggestion phrase. Very nice. Let's see what we've got. Could you recommend? Is that what? Okay, Dalma's is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of these are very valid. Yeah. Type of summer festival.
Dream lineup. So the lineup of a festival is the list of bands that are going to perform. So if you could if you could choose any 3 bands, let's say alive or dead even, if you could choose 3 groups to perform for you, who would you choose? Oh, I just said that. I got a bit carried away there.
That's well modeled. Yes.
I was too excited about the question.
So what was that, Emily?
I forgot what this activity was, that they're supposed to just give us the questions, not answer them.
You might as well fill that in.
Do I put it up? Yeah.
I think so.
Who would be on your dream lineup, or who would your dream lineup be?
Yeah.
Who would your dream lineup be?
Impossible question. I have no idea. In 3 bands. That's a fiendish. That's a horrible question. Who would your dream lineup be, guys? Who would yours be? Can you answer that question, Emily?
If it's someone alive or dead, that makes it even more interesting. Maybe I want some variety. Maybe Nina Simone.
Ooh, very good. Yeah.
And something very different. Maybe David Bowie.
This is quite similar to, I think, what
Or the Stranglers.
Forced to
Stranglers would be amazing
the
live.
Stranglers. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have one band,
I-
Gabe, that you would choose?
Do I have one? No.
Do you think of anyone that you would put in your dream lineup? Or your
Yeah,
two?
but it's not. It's about limiting it. That's the problem. It's about limiting it.
Yeah.
I think in terms of showmanship, those ones that you mentioned are great. Bowie, Nina Simone. I don't know, possibly Hendrix. I don't know. Hendrix's early ones. But I don't know. I really don't know. It's an impossible question.
The Kinks were good. The Kinks early on. Yeah.
A lot of the early on before they hit big ones.
Yeah. Can we choose all the songs that they have to play as well?
Yes. I think we might be here for the rest of the night. But I absolutely agree with Nina Simone. I think she would be on my list as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we move to the next slide?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the students are writing to us or not, but we'll go on and we can always talk about what their suggestions. Okay. For next page.
So for this next exercise, we have 4 music festively themed root words. And we want you to basically think of a prefix or a suffix that you can use this root word to build different words for. I don't know if I should do an example. Maybe for the word govern, for instance, you might use the prefix ment to form government or something like that.
Yeah, that's good. So we've got Dalma's lineup. It's Dalma's
Guardian.
interesting variety as well. Blind Guardian, I don't know. Do you know?
It sounds like metal to me.
Yeah.
It sounds like maybe I should. Maybe I ought to. Yes, I think.
But
German power
would be great. I'd love to see Daft Punk live.
Yes, I've heard of Blind Guardian before. I couldn't name you their stuff, but.
Okay, guys, so music. How can we adapt the word music to create a new word with a prefix or a suffix or both? Write us your answers.
Vanessa, musician, yeah, super musical. Dalma and Margot, yeah,
great,
musical, excellent.
Can we
what
have
else?
A third? I think there are 3. Musician and musical are definitely on it.
Yeah.
So music is the noun. Musical is the adjective. What would the adverb be?
or potentially an ability as well. I'm not sure which three it is, that's one.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should put these up.
Should we go for it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Musical.
Musician, and the adverb, yeah. Musically.
But I wasn't sure.
You could also have, you could have musicality as well.
Yeah.
Or,
musicianship.
Musicianship, yes.
Or unmusical, I was thinking of. Okay. Crowd. What is a crowd, Gabe?
A crowd is a group of people in a close formation, I would say. A large group of people in a close formation.
Yeah.
It's a difficult word to describe, I think.
So what words?
Or you could
crowd. Again, crowd is the noun. So think in terms of grammar, how can we form other similar words?
I was also aware when you asked me the definition not to try and give away some of the some of the answers.
Yeah.
Which I think we're quite good at doing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Great, Margot. Absolutely. So Margot's given us an adjective there.
Crowded. Excellent.
I think actually it's just three adjectives for this one. Maybe I'll put the answers up for this one because it's less interesting, I think. Yeah, so it's three adjectives. Crowded, overcrowded, and uncrowded. So overcrowded is like an exaggeration of crowded. Crowded, I think for a rock concert, it's good if the space is crowded. You want lots of people. But overcrowded means too much. And then uncrowded is obviously the opposite of crowded.
Crowdy is a nice, I like that word, but I think it's a bit of an invention.
Yeah.
And it's a totally logical invention, I think.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit like rowdy. It sounds like a bit like a mix between crowd and rowdy.
Yeah.
If something or if a situation is rowdy, it means it's kind of loud and disruptive, I think. A rowdy, you could say a rowdy bar or a rowdy pub, for instance. So to me, crowdy sounds like a mix between crowd and rowdy, but it's not itself a word. No.
Okay.
But I like it.
And Vanessa's put it good. Yeah, overcrowded. Yeah, great. So from group, guys, we have, if I can remember from this focus, we have another noun and a verb and an adjective, I think. Yeah. So for group, we want a noun and a verb and an adjective. This is a little more difficult, though. I think they're a bit more unusual.
One of them is quite tricky. I think I've just got it.
Yeah.
One of them being a person.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's strange.
Yeah.
It's a bit unusual.
Yeah. That is a weird one.
Maybe we could give the definition, give an explanation of it and see if they know the word. So do you guys, if anybody knows the word to describe somebody who follows a band around when the band goes on tour? Sometimes there are people that just that kind of go on tour with the band. They aren't just fans, they are with the band, but they don't have a
They follow the tour from city to city or festival to festival. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the band.
Like friends of the band that go along with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is from group. So group, this word we're describing. Yeah.
Dalma's got it. Yeah. Groupie.
Yeah. Very good.
And Vanessa, yes. I don't know. Maybe that is used.
So Margot's is interesting. In group. This is a phrase that exists, but I don't think we would write it like that. We would put it with a hyphen, wouldn't we? So the in group would be the group of people who are very popular and trendy in school as the in. Or am I thinking of the it group? The in group, yeah. We could say. All right.
In means cool, doesn't it, really?
Yeah. So we've also got regroup and grouped.
Yeah.
So if you and your friends separate and then you come back together, you regroup. So you become a group again. And then grouped is an adjective which means in a group.
A crowd is a bunch of people grouped together.
Yeah. Yeah. And play, guys. I'm worried about the time. What could we get from play? I guess we just finished all this vocab, Gabe, because we're not going to have time for the next.
Yeah, let's just finish it after this trio.
Yeah. I don't actually remember what the words are that come from play. Oh, I remember one.
I think there's one which creates another one, potentially, which is a branch for the other one. And I think there may be one linked to the last one. So I'd be very cryptic here.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, it's 10 to 8. Maybe I'll put up the answers, but your answers will come in a second. We'll see yours, but I'll put them on the screen. Playful, playlist, overplayed. I forgot overplayed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
overplayed having the same prefix again as overcrowded, something which is done too much or over the top, exaggerated, overplayed.
Huh. Margot's given us
player.
Yeah.
And playground. Yeah.
Very good. Absolutely. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay. Well, we have to finish, guys. It was nice to meet everybody.
Yeah. Have a nice evening. And maybe see you again.
Bye.